bank was to close tomorrow, what impact would it have on the people who use your service?
If the food bank closed tomorrow, life would go on for all of us. Only for some of us that most people don't see, it would go on a lot harder. It would be a lot tighter. There would be a lot more hardships. But life goes on, as you know. But I mean, when we talk about life going on, it's the quality of people's lives. When you take when you take something off somebody, then the quality of life goes down. And when people have very little, then it goes down a long way. I dread to think what it would, the impact it would have on a lot of people. As I say, you don't open a food bank for people to become dependent. But again, you can't not give food to people that need food. It's very hard to believe that people actually need food, but when you're here you see that they do,
There's a budget coming up next month, and you're Minister of Finance. What would you do to ensure that the service you provide here today wouldn't be needed in the future?
Well, the first thing I would do is you see, everybody in this country, don't talk to me about politics, because I'm a firm believer that in this country that there's too much money going to prevent the rich from paying what they should be paying. I believe what they should do, first of all, until we don't need them, they should give us financial support, so that we don't have to beg at every corner just to keep something like this going, because it doesn't take very much. And a food bank, you think that you shouldn't need money because you get your food for nothing and all that there, but you don't actually get your food for nothing. We collect money so we can buy and supplement food that we don't get, because the members of the public are very good, but they don't give us enough. You also need money for overheads. Because the food bank now, whether we like it or not, is a business. It's not a business that makes money, but it's a business that spends money. I mean, we need these to give out to people so that they can get food. We need computers so we can see who's getting it. We have the van to run. We need diesel. We have overheads like every other business, and it's not, as I say, nobody's making money out of this. There's not enough money in it to make. If anything, it's costing people money coming here, but nobody seems to worry about that. We just carry on, plod on. The government in this country, I think, is like the government in every other country. I mean, it relies too much on the rich and big business. It should look to its citizens that's paying through the nose. Because even people that come to the food bank, a lot of them pay taxes. They're not just down and outs. There's very few down and outs come to a food bank. It's people that's struggling that come to a food bank that just need help now, and 6 months down the road, hopefully they'll be on their feet again, back paying their taxes. I mean, these are human beings we're talking about. We're just doing what we can. The government should do a lot more, that's all I can say. Any government that's in, as far as I'm concerned, they're all the same, but any government that's in now should do what they can to help the people on the ground.
What about the legislation like in France, for example, where supermarkets are required to donate they can't dump the
Yeah, well, I mean, as I say, Marks and Spencer's does that for us. A lot of supermarkets now, like Tesco and are doing that anyway, because their conscience is, has finally caught up with them. Because before this, I mean, there was I dread to think the amount of food that was being wasted every night. I mean, going into skips every night when it was coming 2 days before their sell-by date, or a day before their sell-by date. They couldn't sell it, so they had to dump it. And the cost of that alone, the waste of food, people starving all over the world. I mean, it makes you think. But as I say, we have no. Personally speaking, I think every supermarket should be doing it because people need food. There's them kitchens in Dublin all should be supplied by supermarkets with food just before it goes out of date, because the food's perfectly good. There's a difference between something that you learn when you're in the food bank. There's difference between food that's the date on the food and the sell-by date of the food. You know what I mean? The date that you can actually eat the food and the sell-by date can be completely different. But when it's out of date by the sell-by date, they have to get rid of it. You know, so I mean, you're dumping very good food. But listen, we'll leave that to the professionals. We're only a small organisation.
There's probably business owners watching this video, right, who may be surplus equipment, and if there was equipment that you needed, in particular, like you spoke earlier on about computers or maybe a printer.
Yeah, but what we really need now at the minute, and I'm not interrupting you, what we really need now at the minute, we have a van there for a few years, and we have it nearly run under the ground. What we really need is a good van. We could really be, you know, help a lot more people, and if we had a van that they could rely on. We're getting a bulk of our food from Crosscare and Dublin. We have to travel to Dublin, and we get the DLDC van, and they're very good to us. And Sean Gallagher goes up for it, and Billy Banda, and they're two very good lads. But if we had a van of our own, a good van of our own, that we wouldn't have to borrow a van, and we could go up and down, you know. But as I say, that's another part of the food bank, is the Crosscare in Dublin. We buy our food from them, you know, and although we get it at a cheap rate, we still have to, you know, for about, I think now for about £2,000 worth of food, we have to come up with about €600. You know what I mean? So I mean, you still need money to get food in. So I mean, we need all the donations and all the help that we can get. But there's people coming to that door steady as we talk here now in this video, you know, looking for food, and the people behind you are working steadily away, giving them food, you know. So I mean, it's not a myth, so it's a fact.
Can you tell me how the food bank came about?
Well, John Welch initially gave me a phone call, myself and Patch Crossan, and there was John, Cathy O'Connor, Alexander Nell, Lynn McDavid, Eileen, John's wife Eileen, Patch Crossan, Anne O'Kane, Billy Banda.
Eamon McDavid also was
Eamon McDavid was also
and very good to us when we started off.
that's right.
That's in the week or whatever.
They're good as new.
Good and new
They're
charity.
good and new charity. They were very good to us. A lot of advice and help. And it grew from there. As I say, we started that first Christmas, we gave out 7 parcels. We're now giving out, last Christmas we gave out, I think it was over 300. Alfie's actually, he's the quiet man of the food bank. I mean, if it wasn't for Alfie, there would be no food bank. Since the very beginning, Alfie gave us this premises for nothing. He gives us the electricity, doesn't charge us, and stays out of our way. You know,
Doesn't like publicity.
doesn't like any publicity. That's why we're giving it to him. Alfie Green.
Right.
The shoe shop.
Green shoes. If you want to buy shoes, buy them with Alfie.
Here, here.